Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us that very first time, welcome. It's good to have you. And our topic for you today, it's 6 gym management mistakes that we make when we're overwhelmed. 6 gym management mistakes we make when we're overwhelmed. Now, before I get into my topic today, just a quick reminder, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel. So if you've not yet done so, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company, and additional ways we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out the links below. And then for you folks who are looking to open a new gym, you need funding, you have an existing operation, you need working capital, we can help with funding for up to $400,000. It's unsecured, there's no restrictions on use, minimum credit score of 680 or better in all 3 credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, and a minimum income of $50,000 per year, each of the 2 previous years. So also check the links below on financing and funding for additional ways that we can potentially help with funding for you. So with that said, let's get into our topic here. It's 6 gym management mistakes that we make when we're overwhelmed. And I see this frequently in talking with gym owners that have just become overwhelmed, and sometimes we have a tendency maybe to make it a little bit worse by some of this. And so if you can identify with some of this and then some of the steps we can take to help improve it, can help grow your business and actually create a better environment around you. And so number 1, we lose focus on what's important. We lose focus on what's important. And, what we want to remember here, is what's your powerful why? You're in business, you're running a company, you're running, this operation. Why is it important to you? Let's don't lose sight of that, That's the primary reason you want to do this, So don't lose sight of what's really important. It's kind of like your customer coming in to exercise and work out. Yeah, they want to lose weight, but they want to lose weight so they can get off medication. We want to help keep them focused on getting off that medication. That'll help keep them on track. Same thing with us. Let's don't lose focus on what's really important. Number 2, when we start to get overwhelmed, one of the things that I see is we start to try to keep everything in our head. We try to remember everything and get in the habit of writing things down. Take notes throughout the day of what's happening, what's working, what's not working. Have a written plan of action, what's that strategy. Don't try to keep it all in our head. I see this one frequently. It's one of the things we kind of get away from a little bit. And even clubs that struggle, that we're involved with, say, a turnaround, this is one of the first things you kind of see is that we kind of quit writing things down. Number 3 on my list of gym management mistakes we make when we're overwhelmed, we default to our strengths. We default to what we're best at. And, the reality is in running any kind of an operation, everything is not going to play to our strengths. And if that's all we're kind of defaulting to, if that's all we're focusing on, we're going to be missing out on quite a bit. So don't just default to your strengths, be mindful, be aware that things that happen won't always play to what your strengths are. Number 4, we have a tendency to forget what success looks like. We have a tendency to forget what success looks like. And one of the things that I would suggest, I think it's a good exercise, I think it's a good training thing to do with staff, it's a good thing to do with ourselves, is take time to recall and to remember the success stories. Talk about success stories that you had. Talk about how things went really well. Talk about how it didn't look like it would, but it sure did. Remind yourself of this, because one of the things that happens so often when I talk about, we forget what success looks like, it's kind of easy sometimes if we're not careful when we're overwhelmed to just focus on what didn't go right, what success doesn't look like. Get in the habit of just reviewing. Hey, maybe it's a closeout. Maybe you're overwhelmed by doing a closeout, a month-end special. Review and talk about successful closeouts and events you've had with other companies, other organizations, not even necessarily, in the fitness business, but review what worked. Okay, don't just lose sight of that and focus on, hey, here's what's going to go wrong, or here's what did go wrong. Number 5, this one could be a tough one for a lot of folks, but when we're overwhelmed, one of the bigger mistakes we make is we don't ask for help. We're almost convinced there is no solution. I know I've gotten on the phone with folks that need help. They're clearly overwhelmed, and they deep down want help, but they try to convince me that it simply will not work. I mean, to the point that sometimes I'll say, well, okay, you've got me convinced, okay? Because, part of this is, we have to keep our mindset right, okay? We have to have our mindset where we're focused on solving problems, focused on providing solutions, and not just focused totally on, hey, here's everything that's wrong. Because even in the best of situations, you're going to have situations where maybe things aren't working right, but we're focused on solving the problem. We're focused on providing the solution. So it's tough, I know, but don't be afraid to ask for help, whether it's someone like me or an attorney, an accountant, someone who's kind of been down that path. Ask for help. Keep an open mind. Step out of your comfort zone, okay? Because when we get overwhelmed, there's very much a tendency to kind of box ourselves in, is what I see on a pretty frequent basis. And then last on my list of 6 gym management mistakes we make when we're overwhelmed, we stop taking care of ourselves. Maybe we stop the morning run. Maybe we don't do the morning workout as often as we did. Maybe we get in a hurry and we're dashing through fast food drive-through. These are all kind of common things. And so when we're overwhelmed, stay disciplined to what we're trying to do, okay? Stay disciplined to that morning run if that's what you like. Stay disciplined to that morning workout if that's what you like. Stay disciplined to proper eating. Don't just always go through fast food, okay? Make it more of an occasional thing, okay? But make sure we're taking care of ourselves, because you are your number one asset, okay? So take a look at these 6 gym management mistakes that I see that we make when we get overwhelmed. And this happens maybe more than people might realize. And if you're someone who's looking to start something brand new, these could be the kind of things that you could put into your business plan. You start talking about, hey, what's the risk? Okay, what's the risk here? Well, getting overwhelmed could be a risk, and here's how you might mitigate some of that. So folks, again, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here at the channel today. If you've not yet done so, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. To learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check those links below. And if you're someone who's looking to open a new gym, you need funding, you have an existing operation, you need working capital, we can help provide funding, for up to $400,000 in funding. It's unsecured, there's no restrictions on use, minimum credit score of 680 in each of the 3 major credit bureaus, minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the 2 previous years. Be sure to check out our links below under financing and funding. We do have several different options for you when it comes to funding for your business. So again, my name is Jim Thomas. Appreciate you being here on the channel today, and we'll look forward to seeing you on that next video.